Good afternoon, YouTube and supermoto enthusiasts. My name is Duncan and this is my bike. This is pretty much just a test video to see how the whole Motovlog thing works. So far, not bad, although I have only been doing it about, I don't know, 10 seconds maybe. So, that remains to be seen. So, what is my bike? It's a KTM 660 SMC, 2006. I don't know why that lady just waved at me. For some reason. So my indicators don't work at the moment, which sucks. Just today I installed a Remus header set on this bike. It makes it sound pretty good, and that went with the Sebring exhaust that I already had installed on it. It's pretty stock other than the exhaust system and the wheels, and it's got aftermarket indicators obviously as well, which for some reason aren't working at the moment, which is a bit annoying. So I have to use hand signals instead, which is kind of annoying. But one thing I have noticed about this bike since I installed the Remus headers earlier today is that it revs much more cleanly, which I expected. It's got a slightly deeper exhaust note. I don't know if this person's going to try and pull out on me or not. It wheelies much better than it used to, which I'm quite pleased about, really quite pleased about that. So I'm going to go left, this way. Sounds so much better. Oh man. Doesn't wheelie quite as easily in third now because I've got a slightly smaller rear sprocket on it, but you know, that's not a problem because I need to use this bike for commuting as well as general dicking about, so you know, never mind. That was terrible. But then again, I don't know how to wheelie, so you know, there is that. I'm going to take a right at the end here. See if we can find some nice quiet roads to rip about on. Mr. Gear, what a knob. Yeah, so, who am I? My name's Duncan. I'm not going to tell you my second name just because I don't feel like it. Hagstrom is not it, that's something else entirely. I'm a student and I spend some of my time working on bikes at a BMW motorcycle shop, which is kind of cool, which I enjoy very much. So yeah, that's basically it. Not really doing much else with my life at the moment. I guess it's worth saying I recently turned 21 about 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, 2 weeks. So yeah, there's that. I live in Dalkeith, which is a pretty small town on the outskirts of Edinburgh. If you don't know where Edinburgh is, it's in Scotland. I've lived here for a while now. It's alright. And here we are, out in the sticks somewhere. I love this bike. I've had it a year now. Actually, not quite a year. I bought it on the 13th of August last year. No, sorry, that's bollocks. 13th of September last year. I'm going to take a right here. And when I bought it, it was leaking like a sieve. So I have fixed it, and it's now oil tight, which is nice. Yeah, this traffic light always takes a very long time. There's a small dog in that car. I think it might be some sort of small spaniel. I hope I'm not scaring it. Actually, no, I don't care. I don't care. It's safe, it's in a car. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, as I said, this is my 660 SMC 2006. When I got it, it was showing just over 500 miles. It's now done some more than that. I will look down the speedo in a minute. 3,195. 3,195 miles. So I've done, let's see if I can do maths here, 2,800 miles? Something like that. 2,700 maybe? I have no idea. If you want to work it out, go ahead and do that. That's your prerogative. That was close. Told you I didn't know how to wheelie. So, since I put this header set on, it's a bit rich. Lean, sorry, it's lean. So it's popping a bit, as you can hear on the overrun, which I don't really mind, but it's just not, you know, it's not how it's supposed to be. Which is not too much of a problem, really. So I believe I'm in third gear at the moment. Probably. Yeah, so this is my first video that I've made using this camera, whilst also using a microphone, because I only fitted the microphone today. Let's take a left up here. There's no one there, I don't know why the fuck I'm indicating. Fail. Yeah. So, as I said earlier, this is just a bit of a test. Some nice houses here. When you pin it, this thing goes like an absolute train. It's hilarious. Yeah, here we are. So I believe, yeah, this is a small town village type thing called Cousland, not far from where I live. Actually, we're not far from where I actually accidentally, slowly I might add, ended up in a ditch on this bike, which was not great, but you know, these things happen. So yeah, we're probably 30 seconds from it. I'll show you it when we get there. There's a cat underneath that car. I was about to say there was a car underneath that cat, but it'd have to be a really small car and a really fucking huge cat, at least big enough to get a car underneath it. I must apologise for all the absolute bullshit that I talk whilst I'm riding along. It's just how I am. Yeah, that hill you can see there, I don't know how that will, I don't know why I'm pointing really, because you won't be able to see it probably. That's called North Berwick Law, and then just to the right of that there's a little tower on another hill. That's the Hopeton Monument. That's kind of a letdown really. I've been up it a couple of times. You know, whatever. Don't care. Just want to ride my bike. So, basically, I need to tell you the story of how I almost, yeah, well, not almost, ended up in a ditch on this bike. It was right up here, like 100 meters down the road. I was on a little short straight coming up. I was on this straight here, and I brought the wheel up and didn't put it down in time to brake for this really, really sharp 90-degree left-hand bend, and I slid all the way across the road and ended up in that ditch there. So that's story number one of how I made a dick out of myself. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah. It's quite a nice place to live. Lots of little dodgy little gravel covered roads and stuff. Yeah, no hands. Which on a bike like this, I don't think really matters so much for a couple of reasons. A, if you encounter some gravel mid-corner, and this has happened to me many times, if you encounter some gravel mid-corner, you have big wide bars, and you are usually, I say usually, able to steer out the way of the gravel before you actually roll over it. Most of the time. That obviously depends upon how big the gravel patch is. That was another shit wheelie for you. You're welcome. And also, this bike, you know, panels for this particular bike, 660 SMC, are also, you know, they have all the same part numbers and stuff as panels for, you know, old shape 640 Supermotos and 625 SMCs as well, and you know, radiators and header pipes and all that kind of stuff. You know, you can usually get pretty cheaply on the internet for not very much money. There's a really caravan, cool. I know I say cool there. I don't really like caravans. I think they're fucking stupid. I think they're pretty silly, really. Yeah. So that's reason number two as to why I like riding on these roads as opposed to, you know, big fast roads. You do sacrifice visibility, admittedly, and often quality of the road surface you're riding on, but you know, most of the time you can ride around it. Most of the time, again, not all the time. Yeah. Ah, smells like shit. That'd be all the shit then, I would imagine. So, there's a dog over there. Ormiston. That is where we are now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around in this entrance here. That's a cool little, whatever the fuck that is. 2CV? I don't know. Baja Army. That's what that says. That's cool. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. So I'll not say anything at all. I'm just kidding. So one reason I bought this particular bike was because I had a fairly similar bike to it before, called an MZ Mastiff. It was a supermoto style thing, but it was a bit heavy and a bit underpowered for it. So, you know, it was kind of difficult to do wheelies in that. Or stoppies again, because it was too heavy. But this 660 does it all, and I really enjoy it. Yeah. Also, it was really cheap when I bought it, because it was so broken beforehand. Yeah. That was a little tiny wheelie in 4th gear there, but it was so small you probably didn't even notice it. And that's what I need to fix. By the way, if you are watching this and you feel my wheelies are shit, go ahead and tell me so. I don't give a fuck. But you know, it's appreciated, because then it gives me someone to argue with. I don't know why I have any real reason to argue with someone who's telling me my wheelies are shit, because they're right. And I have no argument at all. Just for the record. It's interesting. It's been a while since I've been out in this direction. I wish my indicators worked. That'd be super cool. But unfortunately they don't. So we'll just have to make do with no indicators for now, and just use hand signals. I can't speak sometimes. Most of the time I can, but sometimes I can't. Oh, you bastard. If you're wondering what happened there, my bike stalled out because I'm an idiot. Again, feel free to call me an idiot in the comments if you'd like. Because I am. So the gearing on this bike's not ideal for high speed work, really. It's a bit too what's the word? It's a bit too short for high speed work. I was going to turn in there, but I didn't slow down quick enough. Again, because I'm an idiot. I'd just like to take this opportunity to apologise in advance for the wind noise that you're inevitably hearing at the moment. There we go, let's go down this way. Let's take a right. That's not even right, that's left. I told you I was an idiot. Let's go this way. A wheelie time! I say wheelie in a very loose sense because, as I've said already, I am really bad at doing them. This is a giveaway to oncoming vehicles narrow bridge, but there are none, so it's okay. Again, we're in Ormiston here. There's a dog there. It's a large dog. A large and lanky dog. Ormiston's quite a nice little place. It would be a shame if someone were to make a lot of noise. I think I might have just gone on to reserve. This is a small bridge. They didn't like me, I can tell. So as you can see, well, you can't see, I'm actually in 5th gear, which is top on this bike. And it's not great at maintaining, you know, fast A-road or motorway speeds, which is not ideal. But you know, I've kind of just learned to live with it, really. Let's go down this road. It's nice and quiet. Thank you. Fine, don't. Yeah. I think what I need to do next time is think up some things to actually talk about whilst riding along, as opposed to just sort of you know, trying to piece things together. This guy looks like he may be in distress. I want to go back and talk to him. Let's do a turn and go back down this way. For those of you who don't know Ducatis, that was a Hyper Motard I believe it's an 821. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I would quite like one day, but today's not that day, unfortunately. I need to find a place to stop and do a quick walk around of my bike. You know, for shits and giggles pretty much. Anyway, until I find a place to do a walk around of my bike, goodbye for now.